So this is my video on section 2.2, which is actually on functions, starting functions. But the first part of the thing where we talk about what is a function and how to find out that something is a function, I will probably do on a later video. But I'm going to actually do a video on something that students often find difficult, and that is finding function values and different quotients. So suppose you are given this as a function. So this is a function which is given in the form of an equation, alright, and then you want to find f of 2x, and then b, you want to find this f of x plus h minus fx over h. This is this famous difference quotient that often happens in calculus, right? And so this is a thing that is often asked for exams by examiners, because the students quite often, if they're not good with algebra, they make mistakes in the calculus. It's important that you know how to do this. So let's start with the first one. Okay, so f of 2x, right? So what's happening here is that you have changed the input of the function to 2x. So what you do is you go start with the function 2x minus x squared, and the input is x. What you do is you change it to 2x. So wherever you see x, you replace the x by 2x. So here you see x, you replace by 2x, and then here you see x, you replace by 2x, and here also you see x, you replace it by 2x. So you get 2x, and remember you only replace in 2x. So when you replace 2x, the square is still there. That's very important. Here also you are only replacing 2x, so the 2 is still there. So you get 4x, and then when you square this, remember you need to square. It's the square of a product, so you need to square each piece. So 2 squared and x squared, so you get 4x over 4x squared. And that is the answer to part A, which is relatively easier. So now let's get on to the more challenging part B. So now you are going to find the difference quotients. So this is very important because this occurs in calculus, because when you want to find, this can be thought of a kind of a when you change the time by h, this can be thought about the new distance and minus the old distance. So this is like the change of distance over the change of time, and that's how you get to the velocity, and then to calculus the instantaneous velocity, which we will do in calculus. I'm not going to go for that, but remember that this calculation is super important when it comes to calculus. Okay, so and then let's do f of x plus. So what you do is you need to find this. So I'm going to do is find each piece very slowly. So first of all, let's find this piece. Okay, how do you find it? Well, you go back to your function, right? 2x minus x squared, and wherever you see x, you replace it by the new input, which is what? X plus h. So you get 2 is still there, and x is replaced by x plus h, minus x is replaced by x plus h squared. So what I did was I went up to my function, and wherever I see x, I replaced it by the new input x plus h. So let's try to expand this. So you get 2x, so distribute the 2, you get 2x plus 2h. So now you have a complete square, and if you know, and you should know how to do that, right? And that's how the way you do that, you square the first term, which is x squared, plus you take the product of the two terms, xh, and then take twice of that, so twice xh, plus the square of the second term, which is h squared. So you have 2x plus 2h minus x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Alright, okay, so remember to expand it nicely. And now what you do is you distribute the minus. So you gotta remember that you distribute the minus of all the pieces. So negative x squared, negative 2xh, and negative h squared. So that is f of x plus h. And now we already know f of x, so we are ready to find the difference quotient. So the difference quotient is equal to, once again, f of x plus h minus f of x over h. So let's slowly write those things down. So 2x plus f of x is, I'm going to write this, right? So 2x plus 2h minus x squared minus 2xh minus h squared minus, what is f of x? F of x is this 2x minus x squared. So remember to put this in parentheses. A very common mistake is, students, that you don't put that in the parentheses and then eventually you make a mistake in distribution. Alright, so let's do that now slowly. 2x plus 2h minus x squared minus 2xh minus h squared, and then minus 2x when you distribute, and then you get plus x squared. Now you will see that and then there's an h at the bottom. Then you will see that a number of the terms cancel off. 2x cancels off here, x squared cancels off here, and you will have in the end what is left, 2h minus 2xh minus h squared. So let's write that. So difference quotient is equal to 2x plus 2h minus 2xh minus h squared over, well, 2x is gone really. So 2h minus 2xh minus h squared over h. So you can actually factor out an h from this, and 2 minus 2x minus h. So when you take out the 2, you get 2. When you take out the h from this, you get 2x. And then you take out 1h from this, 1h will remain. So you will have h. Okay. Okay, so now typically, you cannot cancel the h, but in calculus often what happens is h is not equal to 0. You cannot cancel h because h can be 0, but if you assume your calculus, right, okay, so sorry, you can see it now. So you can now see dq once again. What is left is 2h minus 2xh minus h squared over h. You take out h, you get 2 minus 2x minus h over h. H will cancel off, and you get 2 minus 2x minus h, right? And that actually is your answer. Okay, so that is your difference quotients. Okay. And that's it for this video, right? And we will meet in another video for section